on 3 algorithm, this brand new, it is kind of like a reality show. It is based on this Italian, like she is this TV host model, and she was this child actress, but I guess she was married to this famous soccer player, and his name is Francesco Totti. And in this is kind of like a documentary slash reality show. And in this reality show, I guess Ilary, she comes on and she talks about her like post-divorce life, how is she handling her relationship with her kids. And this reality show, it brings her 5 friends, and she does a lot of stuff with them, like skydiving, and like she goes on driving lesson with her grandma. In the 5th episode, she is actually like attending Emily in Paris, the premiere. So that was interesting watching her. So this is her, I guess, her second reality show. It is on Netflix. Like there was previous one was here. So I have not seen her previous reality show. So I don't know how that one was. But in this one, we see she does meet a new guy, and she kind of like, goes out with him, and she kind of talks about her new life with her friends, and her friends, they're also talking to her stuff, and her grandma. I did like her scene with her grandma, honestly. And there was one cooking episode I also liked, but I most liked it when she went to the Emily in Paris, that episode. That being said, this TV host, like the ilary, she comes on, and whenever she's talking about her life, honestly, I thought overall this series, it was at a time, it's really very like boring, especially all the conversation between the people in this series is not that interesting. Like, especially if you don't know who she is, you will be really bored. Like, this series didn't bring anything new. I guess end of the day, probably her other reality show was hit on Netflix, that Netflix greenlit this one. Then again, Netflix, they make a lot of reality show, and often they're hit and often they're flop. This one, unfortunately, if you don't know her, you're just watching a reality show, is it that interesting? I'll say it is often felt very boring. Like, if you don't know her, you will be really bored. But if you know her, she show you her glamorous life. I guess that is the reason, these reality people become so famous, because they bring you behind the scene, their fabulous life. And in this show, I thought ilary, this TV host, she honestly, like, this is a reality show, and often I felt like her face is so plastic looking. I was like, whoa, how much things she has done to her face. She really looks very plastic, honestly. Unfortunately, I did like some of her friends, the way they look, but I feel like ilary herself, man, she just done so much plastic surgery. Her face look plastic. Like, although she is very like attractive looking, but like her face is really like, when you look at her, you feel like her face is done, and it's not very like well done plastic surgery, her face, honestly. So overall, honestly, I thought this documentary was just okay. It's not that interesting. It's kind of like a boring, honestly. Some of the conversation between the character, like none of this friend, like her 5 friend in this, none of them, they stand out to audience. When you're watching, you will be like, whoa, like, I don't like any of them. Their conversations are boring. That's what I was thinking when I was watching it. And that was my thought on this. Let me in the comment, what do you think about this series? If you enjoyed this review, watch other reviews on other show. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Please take care.